dealt with 4 witches today. I had a sandwich for lunch, a manwich for dinner, and a chipwich for dessert. Those are the 3 best out of the 4 witches. You know what the last one was?
What?
You got in your hand.
The witch.
The witch. Well, yeah, you held it way over the camera. Show the box. Legit.
The witch.
The witch.
Looking forward to this one for some time. I wasn't able to see it in the theaters. It was here one minute, gone the next. Actually, it never came to our town.
No. Like, I remember it was in Guelph for all of 2 weeks. It was about 2 weeks. And just never got to see it. So when the DVD release was coming out, I was excited because I'd heard from a lot of people it was a scary as hell movie.
Well, according to... This is like the back
The
cardboard,
sleeve, yeah.
cardboard insert. One of the best horror movies of the past decade by Bloody Disgusting. Certified fresh by RottenTomatoes.com.
And it came in a metal case.
Came in a metal case. Yeah. This is a pretty good case. Evil takes many forms.
Oh.
I wish it did. It
Yeah.
only took like a couple.
And boy, that was one of the most maddening movies I'd seen in a while. Like, not maddening in the it's so horrific. It drove me insane with fear. It was just the worst. Such a letdown.
Okay, here's the thing. It's about an hour and a half long. About the only thing that happens for about an hour and 15 minutes is
Crappy farm life.
kind of, and it's like it says on the back of the box that this farming family is turning against itself.
Yeah, it's self-destructing. And you know what? There's not even an allusion to the fact that there's anything really supernatural going on.
The basic story is it's the 1600s in New England,
Yeah.
and this one family has been exiled from somewhere to go live out in the wilds because of some wrongdoing that occurred.
Prideful conceit.
Something like that. So they get out there into the wilderness, and things are not going well. They're having trouble staying alive. Nothing's growing.
Yeah, they've had bad growing seasons. They're barely having enough to get by. They're not going to make it through a winter and stuff like that.
And the wife's cup is missing.
Yeah, the cup is missing, and nobody will buy them. And for some reason, they can't even afford to trap animals, and it's a crime if they do, or something like that.
Yeah. So what happens after that is they just had a newborn baby. Baby goes missing right in front of this one girl.
Reverse peekaboo, actually.
Reverse peekaboo. That's like you playing peekaboo. Peekaboo, where did you go?
Where's Aaron? And then it's, where's baby?
Where is the baby?
Yeah. And
it being the 1600s, you get this whole thing about people saying, witchcraft, you're a witch, and this and that,
Well, and even then, they whipped themselves into such a lather.
Yeah.
And I could see that kind of angle being played up as if it were a big town where mass hysteria is a thing, right? And it's just this family, 4 children and 2 parents.
Yeah.
And between the 6 of them, it just turns into this bananas scenario.
Yeah.
In like 15 minutes flat.
Well, the thing is, there is actually a witch.
Yeah. But they played that angle as, is it in their head or is it imagination, or is it really the lurking horror? And I don't know. I sort of figure when your movie's called The Witch, you should probably show the witch a little bit more.
Yeah,
deal with witchcraft a little bit more.
Like, based on the trailers, I was expecting something really, really kind of creepy, and this movie just didn't deliver for me.
No,
I mean, about the most horrific thing about this movie was, you gotta remember the times where, okay, we're talking about witchcraft, the witch trials in Salem, that era. And it's scary, yes, because all it would take to get someone in trouble is this. You say,
You're a witch. I seen you dancing in the moonlight.
You're witching me right now. And if I kept that up long enough, someone could die, and certainly the town,
They would look down on that.
they wouldn't look at them the same again.
Yeah.
You know.
It's hearsay in the
Yeah.
ultimate form. It's like playing hot potato past the accusation of the witch around sort of thing. And poor guy, the father of this household just has no ability to control his family whatsoever. His kids don't listen to him. His wife doesn't trust him in anything he does.
No.
And he's not a good farmer. He chose the worst plot of land. Yeah, he sucks at hunting. His kid actually was bagged a rabbit, and the only thing he's good at is chopping wood. He was an expert at it.
But there is one thing, it's like you're saying, well, they're kind of playing it in their heads, and this story is based on a lot of actual folklore and historical accounts, so they have that going for it. But the thing is, there's actually a real witch out there. There's several witches out there, and they're actually real fairy tale style witches.
Yeah.
Like, as evidenced by that scene where they're all floating in the air at the end.
Yeah, all the naked ladies.
So, And, okay, the thing that drives me nuts is when you're willing to cross that line, and you really never really cross it at all during the entirety of the movie, except in the last couple of minutes. That's a real waste.
Yeah, it's a real waste, and it shows to me an unwillingness to dive into the subject matter a little bit more fully.
Mm-hmm.
It really had this whole thing of, granted, that's kind of how I was taking the movie, was, wow, look at how crazy these people were back then.
Yeah.
And it was just a system of, ramping up of disbelief. I was holding my skull there for a little bit at how insanely quick that went sour, and how stupid it seemed.
Yeah, your life could be in danger through conversation in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, and not only that, it's legit hard decision making right there. They will board you up in a barn.
Yeah.
All it is one torch away, and then you're burned to a crisp.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's horrifying. But when none of that happens in the movie,
I think the biggest crime is I didn't have a good time. Okay, it's
yeah.
When you go to like a scary movie, or like if you go on like a roller coaster or go through like a haunted house ride or tour, you kind of want to have a good time because it's not real. I don't really get immersed in things, so I want to at least be glad I saw it. I thought this was kind of a waste.
It was a waste in so much as I hated reading the reviews for it. I read some of the reviews after we finished watching it, and the big consensus was it was one of the best of all time, one of the best recent movies.
Mm-hmm.
And it just isn't. And it reeks of people, liking crap and giving crap a pass because it's the best they've seen in a while, but it doesn't stack up to the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels to me like over the past 15 years, I haven't really seen anything that has given me a moment of terror, creepiness, apprehension.
That might be pretty fair, actually.
I'm kind of tired of giving crap a pass, and I don't think I want to do it anymore. I'm tired of saying it had heart.
Mm-hmm.
They had a good idea, but they failed here and here. But all in all, the good effort. It's eventually you got to win a championship. You can't just keep contending for the playoffs. And a good showing isn't a good enough when your whole shtick of being a movie is the show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Another thing maybe to consider is maybe we're just too old for the game.
Maybe. I mean,
when I look back at the stuff that affects Me, it's always stuff that, before I was a teenager, or, around about the ages of 7 to 10 or 11. That's a very small number of years for something to stick with you. Like I said about Ghostbusters, to my embarrassment, it kind of freaks me out. Maybe we've just seen too much and nothing will really get to us.
Maybe, yeah. We've kind of steeped ourselves in the culture of horror for the past 20 years, pretty wholeheartedly, I'd say. Pretty much I'd probably say 96 to 2000 is when we started into it pretty heavily. And it's going to take a lot to slip one of these past the goaltender. I'd hate to agree with it, but at this point, I kind of have to.
We're just a couple of old men now.
A couple of old men that have seen it all and done everything.
Well, we haven't seen it all. We've seen a bit.
We've seen enough that it's going to be hard to surprise us. But we're waiting for that one thing to come by. And does that stop us from trying to find it? I don't think so. But if people are more honest with stuff like this, I don't know. Maybe people legitimately were terrified by this. Like there's
maybe,
but it's a symptom that this whole PG era of horror movies. Gosh, if you're not scared by it, don't say you are, because you're just going to get more of the same. Maybe I don't want to see the next level of terror. I don't know. But
maybe we should watch snuff porn or whatever it's called.
Yeah, snuff films. I don't want to go to that level, but there definitely has to be the Porridge Goldilocks 8. And I don't know. You have anything else to add to this? Like it was just. Case is good.
Case is good. $24. I'd rather have 24 tacos from Taco Bell.
You know what? I agree with you, because this movie's crap, brother.
Boo! You suck!